I'd like to welcome everybody on our television audience on Fox Sports Net to Staples Center. Another sellout crowd going to be on hand tonight for the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks. Going to be an interesting contest as we look at this evening's starting lineups. First, for the Los Angeles Lakers, who's up there? Slava Medvedenko, in spite of the injury to his right little finger, in the starting lineup along with Rick Fox, Shaquille O'Neal, who did not play in the first contest on November 19th, Kobe Bryant, and Derek Fisher. The head coach making the decision about Slava, figuring he can go offensively and hopefully, and maybe more importantly, defensively, is Phil Jackson in his fourth season. For the Dallas Mavericks, a deep and diverse team. Maybe not important who starts, but who finishes. But up front, all-star Dirk Nowitzki, defensive specialist Adrian Griffin. Raef LaFrentz gets his first start since coming off the injured list 3 games ago. Michael Finley, an all-star twice, along with Steve Nash. Don Nelson, 26th season overall, 7th in Dallas, 3 times a Coach of the Year, and also the 3rd winningest coach in NBA history. 5 NBA titles as a member of the Boston Celtics. The officials this evening, good crew: Joey Crawford, Ron Olesiak, and Benny Adams.
We mentioned with Raef LaFrentz starting at center, he is a good shot blocker. He's one of the most underrated shot blockers in the league.
Because of his perimeter game at the offensive end, people forget sometimes, Stu, you make a great point, how good he is, especially coming from the weak side. Medvedenko has got it. He's been fitted with a splint on his right finger. More on that momentarily. Fox tries to get in the lane. LaFrentz comes over, tries to shovel the ball to Shaq. Turnover Lakers. LaFrentz kicks it into the front court to Steve Nash. Nash finds Nowitzki, who finds Finley. There is the trio. They missed their first shot. Kobe with the easy rebound.
On that last Laker possession, Rick Fox really should have taken the shot.
Kobe goes right side to Rick Fox. Shaq's got it down inside, and he's held from behind by Raef LaFrentz.
But you can see where the Lakers are emphasizing from the start. Even though they do that every game, emphasize get it into Shaquille to start. Seemingly, they've made a point where Shaq says, bring me the ball, they're bringing it to him.
And with good reason. The Dallas Mavericks showing some man-to-man after having played almost exclusively zone at the first meeting down at America Airlines Center in Dallas, won easily by the Mavericks. Kobe's got it, looking inside to Shaq, double team, pass over the top, 3 defenders there. Shaq was in the lane too long. 2 turnovers early in this game for the Lakers.
And that's some of the drawback to trying to focus on just really entering to one player. You got to run your offense. If it means going through Shaq all the time, then you do that, but don't really try to force the issue.
Nash out of the backcourt. Derek Fisher's going to be busy tonight. He's going to be sore after the game. He's going to run through and around a lot of screens. Finley's got it. Watch a screen from LaFrentz around it. Going left side. Pull up. Jump shot. Nice play by Michael Finley over Kobe Bryant.
Well, Michael Finley's one of those typical right-handers that really prefers to shoot going to his left.
Finley averaging over 20 points per game. Had 17 and 15 rebounds in the first meeting. Medvedenko has got it. Can he make his first shot? Yes, with that splint on his right finger. Medvedenko, good from 18 feet left side.
It's on his pinky finger, the one finger that's maybe you don't use as much as any.
Yeah, Steve Nash used all of them on that, pulling up for the 3-point shot, deep right side. Mavericks lead at 5-2.
I mean, again, he gets a little bit of a screen, gets enough opening to release the shot.
And he is aggressive offensively, particularly to start game. Shaq had it, he had the angle, lost it, and here comes Nash out of the backcourt. Laker defenders are back. Nowitzki is wide open. Nash finds him and buries the 3-point shot.
This is a very confident team from the perimeter. I mean, they live for transition where they can come down and not necessarily get a layup, but drive and kick to get the 3.
And they go to their spots, and Steve Nash knows exactly, Stu, where they're going to be spotting up, exemplified on that play. Fox has got it right side, inside to Shaq, slam dunk, easy basket.
Well, the Mavericks can continue to stay in as man-to-man as long as they maintain a lead. Once the Lakers start to really doing some things, they'll start to shift around.
Kobe guarding Adrian Griffin on the outside, bumps him and picks up an early foul. Mavericks lead it 8-4, 9:43 left in the first.
Oh, the Lakers trying to get it inside to the big fella, and Raef LaFrentz trying to front. I don't know why, because there's no weak side help, and goes over the top, easy deuce.
Nash has got it now. Screen. Fisher around it. Shaq comes over to help. Spotting up. No. The ball goes through the hands of Griffin. 7 on the shot clock. Kicks outside to LaFrentz. He can make that shot. Boy, can he. Already 3 threes in the book, Stu, for the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, they got 4 guys out of their starting 5 that really can knock it down. And really, Adrian Griffin, if you give him enough time, he'll hit one.
Lakers trail it 11-4. Medvedenko straight away made his first shot. Nowitzki guarding him. Fox has it, looking inside to Shaq. Goes in deep, right into the basket. Little jump hook from point-blank range is good once again.
A nice job of entering the pass that time. Nobody helped Shaq, and LaFrentz ran out and got an easy layup.
Shaq scores down in the low post. His man LaFrentz runs out. Poor transition defense by the Lakers, who trail it 13-6. And Phil Jackson, transition defense. That'll get him up in a hurry.
Well, what you don't want to do is let anybody run by you. He may not be your man, but pick him up anyhow. 13-6, the Mavericks lead. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net. Well, the Lakers trailing the Dallas Mavericks 13-6, and the Dallas Mavericks is an offensive machine. They rank first in just about every category. 104 points a game, first. 46% shooting percentage, first. 82% from the charity stripe, first. 13 turnovers a game. Oh, they fell to second. They only turn it over 13 times. And thinking of turnovers, the Lakers, we played 3 minutes. Lakers have 3 turnovers already. They trail 13-6 to Dallas. No turnovers.
Slava Medvedenko, surprised that he got the start tonight after tearing the extensor tendon in his right little finger. There was no tearing of bone away from its construction, so he's been fitted with a plastic form-fitting molded cast, if you will, a splint, and he'll have to wear that for a minimum of 4 weeks. That's hard, Stu, and I talked to Slava before the game. I asked him if he had any touch shooting the basketball. He said, I'm just going to take that little finger right off the ball.
You know, but really, even if you don't have that on your little finger, the little finger probably is the least used finger on your shooting hand, so it's a good thing it is this little, and maybe not his index finger.
Zone defense. It took 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes to see it. Shaq's got it inside, out to Derek Fisher. Finds a crease down the middle. And there's Rafe LaFrentz to block the shot. Medvedenko has got it. Shot clock not reset. Kobe looks at it. 3 seconds on the clock. Takes a long three-pointer. Didn't draw iron. Nowitzki with the rebound.
There's Rafe LaFrentz away from the ball, coming over and getting the block.
And Sean Bradley sitting on the sideline at 7'6", averages 3 blocks per game on his career. Nowitzki turns the corner, picked up by Shaq. Into the corner to Griffin. Why not? Everybody's feeling it from downtown. Adrian Griffin with the 3, and the Lakers trail at 16-6.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks are 6 out of 7 from the field.
And the Lakers aren't much worse. Shaq down inside, and you see why. Medvedenko made his only shot. Shaq is 3 for 3. Kobe had the miss. Both teams coming out hot. Nash around a screen from Nowitzki. Nowitzki the pop back. Medvedenko fouls him. Twice. Yeah, he held him when he came around the screen. They let that one go. I was surprised they didn't get a whistle on that. And Nowitzki misses the easiest shot in the game, a free throw.
Should have shot it from behind the arc.
Back up as far as you want. Nowitzki having another superb season. He misses both free throws.
They don't need free throws. They make too many from the field.
Well, last game in Portland on Wednesday, a 103-88 victory for the Mavericks. They made 13 out of 28. Kobe's got it back to the basket. Shaq being fronted again. Put it to bed again. No, he's fouled from the backside. Steve Nash trying to come down and help out.
As soon as Steve Nash went down to help out on that play, Derek Fisher should slide down into the seam and be open for the release passes. Fox throws it over the top. Shaq's there, gets hit on the arm, foul. He'll go to the line where he should be quite a bit tonight. Let's see how successful he'll be against the Mavs.
Shaq's been shooting his free throws reasonably well, as he does not get the roll there. 31 out of his last 43. Made 7 out of 10 up in Salt Lake City on Wednesday night. Shaq back at the line. Lakers trailing it 16-8. Free throw is good by Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq already with 7 quick points. Only he and Slava Medvedenko have scored so far for the Lakers. 7:35 remaining in the first. Nash on the dribble, far left side. Hesitates, crossover dribble. Hair flopping, looking for somebody to pass it to. Threw it out to Michael Finley, although that's not where it was intended. And the Mavericks have missed their first 3 of the night.
First shot, seemingly.
So far on the night, Stu, they are 6 of 8. Medvedenko in the corner again. Dallas showing zone. Outside to Fisher. Backdoor pass to Kobe. He was too far into the basket. basket. Nowitzki's got it on the Laker turnover. Here comes Dallas out of the backcourt. Nash goes around Medvedenko and turns it over looking for LaFrance. Thought he double dribbled, huh, Stu? No quick. Boy, the whistle was late. Slava Medvedenko mishandled that ball. First time these two teams met, Stu, you'll remember Kobe Bryant, a big first quarter, and then the start of the second with the teams virtually in a dead heat. He sprains his left ankle and was really ineffective after that, as were the rest of the Lakers. Finley with it in the corner, picked up by Fox, stripped by Fox. It goes to Nash. 7 on the shot clock. Nash behind his back to Finley once again, misses. Shaq's got the rebound.
Well, one thing, though, with Brian Shaw in the game, the lob pass should be a lot better.
Yeah, it will, and Shaq has really got to carry the load now offensively with Kobe on the sideline with a couple of fouls. Fox looking for cutters. Nice pass to Shaq along the baseline. Trying to carve out some space from behind the board. Goes up strong and draws the foul.
Just totally overpowered Rafe LaFrance that time. That's the second foul on Rafe LaFrance, so that should bring in up, but it doesn't. Wow. Not going to Sean Bradley as Shaq catches a pretty bad pass, then behind the plane just powers his way up, gets the second foul on Rafe LaFrance, and that's going to send Shaquille back to the line and bring in Popeye Jones, not Sean Bradley.
You surprised by that strategy?
A little bit. I really thought he would come in when Rafe LaFrance went out of the game, but I think they're saving the fouls of Sean Bradley for later on. I mean, they know that they're going to have to use up as many fouls as possible, and Rafe LaFrance and Sean Bradley are shot blockers. Now they're bringing in just a little bit more wider body than Popeye Jones.
We'll be interested to see if they play man or zone with Popeye Jones now in the center position ostensibly. One free throw is good. One is missed by Shaquille O'Neal. The Lakers trail it 18-10. Jones up top, not even close to the threat of Rafe LaFrance as a shooter. He's looking for somebody to give it to, and he goes to Rafe LaFrance. Nice cut by Nash, who's held from behind by Derek Fisher.
Again, there's Steve Nash, just constant motion, running off of picks, and finally gets the pass. And coming into the game is Nick the Quick Van Exel, and the scouting report on Nick says loves taking the big shots, always has and always will. Very underrated passer. You think of him as a shooter, and is he a good fit for this team? You bet. He's an offensive-minded guy on an offensive team.
Missed 9 games after some arthroscopic surgery. Nash off the corner of the board to avoid Shaquille O'Neal, right through the bottom as easy as can be.
Well, again, a lot of screens, and Nash is perfect off the screens.
Well, the Mavericks have doubled up the Lakers here early in this game, 20-10. Shaq's got it inside. He just picked up an offensive foul, knocking over Popeye Jones.
Well, there was a play where he caught it and tried to turn, and when he turned, he ran right into Popeye Jones. That's a play where you have to catch it, gather yourself, don't turn, wait and feel where that defender is.
7 turnovers already, Stu, with 4:36 remaining in the first quarter for the Lakers. Nash has got it on the dribble, spins in the lane, tough ball away, jump shot, no. Fisher's got the rebound.
Well, Shaq did a good job of coming over and making him alter that shot.
Robert Horry on the floor for the first time. Out to Brian Shaw for 3, barely touched iron. Shaq got away with a push. Pretty good thing they didn't call that. It would have been his second foul. Van Exel's got it. Spinning into the lane. Blocked by Fox. Fouled by Fox.
Well, crowd will be booing the call because Rick got nothing but ball. But right before he got the ball, he got a lot of Nick the Quick. And that's going to send Nick to the line for 2. It's a nice change of direction. Push with the left hand. The block up top was nice, but the foul was called on the body.
3 games back off the injured list after the clean out of the right knee for Nick Van Exel. 17 points in each of those 3 games. He has missed 1 free throw all season. He is now 14 of 15 from the free throw line, standing several feet back.
That's what Dirk should have tried to do. Stand back there where Nick is. You know, you don't want to be too close if you're the Mavericks. You're a long-range shooting team, so get as far back, and you can go all the way back to the, so long as you don't touch the circle at the top of the free throw line.
Nick's got to be a good 2.5, 3 feet back of the line as he makes good on both free throws. 4:13 remaining in the first quarter. Dallas leading it 22-10. Fox with it right side, looking into the corner. Shaq has got it against Popeye Jones. Dallas back in the man-to-man. Fisher, Horry thought about the 16-footer. Shaq cutting in the lane. He's double-teamed up and under the basket. Missed the slam dunk. Got his own rebound momentarily. A foul is called as the ball was stripped away from Shaquille O'Neal.
Boy, how did the big fella miss that first dunk? He did a good job of splitting defenders. The pass from Robert Horry. Nice catch. Dirk's there, but really doesn't want to be there. Shaq goes up and turns his head thinking that this is an easy one. Timeout. Doesn't get it to fall down. Dallas takes a timeout. They're up 22-10. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
Shaquille O'Neal, Slava Medvedenko, the only Lakers to score so far. All 5 starters in the books for the Dallas Mavericks, who are shooting it at 67%. Now let's go down courtside to Bill McDonald. Bill?
Thank you so much, Paul. A little locker room report. Spoke to Frank Hamblin before the game, and he gave me a couple of pointers, both offensively and defensively. First of all, defensively for the Lakers, and I talked to Kobe right at the top of the show about it. Stop Steve Nash in transition and penetration. It is so important. However, going up against Dallas' zone, it's a 1-1-3 that falls into a 2-3, and rumor has it the Mavericks practiced for 2 hours yesterday, tinkered with it, changed it so they'd give a different look to the Lakers, because the rest of the league is catching on a little bit. We'll see what transpires. Back up to you guys.
Catching on to what? The rest of the league ain't caught on yet. They're 17-1. No, I get the point, though. They really do a good job of masking their defense.
Out front now with Steve Nash and Nick Van Exel on the floor at the same time. We saw this an awful lot last year after Van Exel was acquired in February. Fisher misses the long 3. Nowitzki over the top of Rick Fox. Got to be Lakers ball. Yeah, the officials will get it right. Joe Crawford, Ronald Esiak, and Benny Adams. It'll be the Lakers ball with a fresh shot clock.
The ball went out of bounds. Easy call, I thought, for the officials. Dirk at 7 foot could reach over the top when you have that kind of a size advantage.
Rick Fox to pull the trigger. Kobe Bryant on the sideline with 2 quick fouls. Into Robert Horry. Dallas staying in that zone defense that has really improved their numbers. Win and loss record all season long. Shaq sticks it to himself. Taking it down inside. He's grabbed immediately by Popeye Jones and the Dallas Mavericks, as are the Los Angeles Lakers, out of fouls. So Shaq will get back to the line.
Now we can see why Popeye went in a hurry. The word going in as Popeye came into the game was every time he touches it, grab him. You've got 6 to use. We still have Sean Bradley over here with 6 as well.
And Shaq working very, very hard at the beginning of this basketball game, leading the Lakers. As I mentioned, only he and Slava have scored, and now Shaq has 9 as he makes his make that his 3rd foul shot out of 5 attempts already.
Well, the bad news is he's got 9 of the 11. The Mavericks are looking at this as if, well, as long as we can maintain a cushion here, we can let him get his if we can keep everybody else out of the scoring call.
And the way they're defending Shaquille O'Neal, Stu, with all the early fronting and the one-on-one coverage and the man-to-man defense, it seems like that's what Don Nelson and his expansive coaching staff are looking for. Popeye Jones hands off to Nash down the middle, looking to Finley. Finley ought to get cut. He's only made 1 of 4, now 1 of 5 shots compared to everybody else. He's stinking it up, looking for a foul there. That would have been the 2nd on Shaq. Instead, it's a turnover to the Lakers.
Well, Finley going to the basket, tried to avoid Shaquille. You really do have to go into the big fella if you're going to try to get a call. Don't avoid him.
Which is a feat in itself. Fox has got it coming left side. Shaw now back into the corner. Still in the zone of the Dallas Mavericks. Fisher not going to get that off over Nowitzki in the corner. Outside to Shaq. Shaq turns in the lane, runs over Popeye Jones, takes a flop, pull-up jump shot by Fisher. Nobody can... Oh, he got a bounce. Wow, front of the rim, off the glass, and down through.
One of the few bounces the Lakers have had this month.
Nash has got it. Ever so quick and determined with the basketball. Inside to Nowitzki. Has that poked away. Dallas has turned it over. Nice play by Robert Horry, running the floor. Lays it up and in. Robert Horry making a brilliant play at both ends, but now the Lakers better get back. Here comes Finley. Pull-up jump shot blocked by Shaq. Finley's on his wallet again. Fisher to Robert Horry. Slam dunk. Quick exchange by the Lakers, who now trail it to only 22-18.
We got a technical foul on Don Nelson. He jumped off the bench. He thought Shaquille fouled Finley on the jump shot. Jumped off the bench, let the officials know about it, and the official did a good job. Don't stop that break. Wait until they scored, and then tee them up.
6 straight points for the Los Angeles Lakers. Michael Finley took the ball to Shaquille O'Neal a couple of plays ago, ended up on the floor. No foul was called on his jump shot. Shaq got a piece of it. Again, no foul was called. Derek Fisher converts the free throw, and the Laker run is 9-0, and Robert Horry a big part of it.
Well, out in transition after he made the steal, gets the layup to go. Very close to a 3-point play there. They no whistle. Then the second one, the Mavericks did. He traveled. Robert said, I'm allowed an extra step. I've been in the league a long time.
You got that stamped in his passport. Nash into the front court. Again, the Lakers on a 9-0 run. Here comes Van Exel, spinning. Falls away no, kicks outside to Nowitzki. Bodies are down. Robert Horry fouls Popeye Jones, running through that screen to get out on Nowitzki.
Well, did Robert Horry run through the screen, or did Popeye Jones, who's been in this league a long time himself, do a good job of, once the contact was there, grab the arm of Robin, just go ahead and pull him down? Whatever the case, they're saying, Popeye, you're going to get 2 free throws as he goes to the line. Popeye and Robert Robert really going through the screen, letting Popeye know that, well, if you're going to set it, you might as well get ready for this contact.
Yeah, Popeye paid for picking up that personal foul. You mentioned that he had been in the league a long time. This is his 10th season, his second stint with Dallas, after also spending time in Toronto, Boston, Denver, and Washington most recently. First free throw is good, as is the second, and the Laker run comes to an end. The Mavericks leading it with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, 24-19.
Well, 24-19 with Kobe scoreless and on the bench with 2.
Robert flashes into the lane again. Dallas playing zone. Shaq is double teamed, now covered by Popeye Jones inside the zone. Nice pass by Shaw. Following jump shot by Shaq. Rattles in and out, tipped outside. Fisher for 3 on the long catch. No, Horry the tip. Horry tried to make the play, and he created the foul over the top. The foul is on Popeye Jones.
There it is, though. The zone can be effective, but I've said it many times, offensive rebounding can really hurt you because you're responsible for an area and not a man. And Robert just slides in, gets a good tip at it, gets fouled by Popeye Jones. Robert Horry to shoot 2 at 1:40 to go in the first quarter, and the Lakers down 24-19.
Robert Horry already with 4 points. You saw the 2 steals in the run out. Sean Bradley reporting to the sideline in terms of a lot of fouls to give. Dallas has a deep bench. Samaki Walker coming in as well.
No, he's not. Shaq said, I'm not coming out. Samaki went to the scorer's table, and Shaq said, no, you might as well go back and sit down. He said, no, I'm not coming out. Forget it. Go on back, grab your seat beside the coach, and sit there.
Shaq and Phil looking over with a rather quizzical look right now. You think Shaq is taking this rematch seriously? You bet. Usual time for him to come out. His minutes are still very much being monitored. Both free throws missed by Horry. Shaq still on the floor. Van Exel pulls up quickly for 3.
That's Nick the Quick right there. Loves to silence the crowd. Just has always been that type of player.
Lakers trailing at 27-19, just inside of 1:25 to play. Shaq now against Bradley. 34-12 against him as a career. Outside, nice pass to Fisher. Fisher for 3, not close. Robert Horry inside, tips to himself. This is off Nowitzki. Robert Horry doing so many things well in this short stint.
Yeah, I mean, just crashing the boards, getting tip after tip attempt, really showing the value of Robert Horry.
Rick Fox to inbound right in front of Kobe Bryant. On the bench once again with 2 early fouls. Horry left side. Fox is wide open. Inside follow-away jump shot. Good over Nowitzki.
Well, nice cut along the baseline by Fox. They were so concerned about not leaving Shaquille that he found himself wide open.
Van Exel brings the ball into the front court out there with Finley, Nash, Sean Bradley on the floor for the first time. Here's Nash on the curl. Shaw comes over to help defensively. Nash has got it, goes hard, left side, cut off momentarily, but a foul is called against Derek Fisher, who thought he'd played good defense.
Derek's looking at Joey Crawford as if, Joey, what do you want me to do here? I'm moving my feet, keeping my hands off of him. What am I expected to do? Isolation type play at the top. Fish moving his feet. They said, no, you can't do that. Not move your feet, that is, but you can't get that kind of contact.
Nash gets the free throw to fall after it rolled around, out and back in. An expert free throw shooter at 90% so far on the season. Walt Williams, 3-point specialist, signed on with his team as a free agent after playing the last couple of seasons in Houston, comes on the floor for the first time.
Seemingly, if you're an offensive player, you have to be an offensive player from behind the arc to sign on with the Mavs.
It's part of the pedigree. Nash is good on both free throws. I'm still shaking my head a little bit, Stu. It's Shaquille O'Neal waving off Phil Jackson on that substitution. I got to think about that one. Horry looking inside. Shaq wants it against Bradley. Shaw available. Low pass to Rick Fox. He had to dig it out. The double team inside. Shaq's got it now. Nice drop pass to Robert Horry, attacking the basket. Spins it up underneath. Draws the foul, probably on Sean Bradley.
I mean, Robert Horry is as active tonight as he's been in quite some time. That's a nice move, attacking shot blockers. You don't jump away from shot blockers. You go right into their body. Gets the pass from Shaquille, goes up, contact from Bradley, Foul, go to the line where he just missed 2 free throws.
29-21, the Lakers trail it. They have trailed throughout after the Dallas Mavericks made their first 3 3-point shots. Horry, a good free throw shooter ordinarily.
Let's see if Shaq goes out this time. Yeah, he says, okay, you convinced me. Only 27 seconds left in the quarter. Shaq goes to the bench as Samaki Walker comes back in to the game.
As he walked by, Phil said, it's all right. Shaq just expressing a little leadership, wanting to stay. He was on, he was feeling good, he was scoring, and he wanted to stay in the game. Horry good on the first free throw, 27.4 seconds remaining. Horry misses that one badly. Just 3 out of 4. Walker in there for the rebound. Tips it. Horry's got it down inside for the basket, and Samaki Walker, give him credit for that as well.
Should get an assist for that play because he's the one that made that all possible for Robert.
Shot clock is off. Game clock down to 15. Van Exel's got it, guarded by rookie Kareem Rush. The screens are going to come. Nowitzki up top, just left of the top of the circle. Here comes Van Exel. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Van Exel gets in the lane, cut off by Fox Finley. Wide open from the corner. Misses the 3. You got to get the rebound. And the quarter comes to an end.
Well, the Lakers played to start that quarter not effectively, but after Robert Horry got in the game, things picked up. Robert 7 points and 3 boards. After 1, it's the Mavericks 29, the Lakers 24. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net. Well, the Mavericks lead at the end of the first quarter, 29-24. Coming off the bench for the Lakers in that first quarter when they were down by 12 was Robert Horry. Went to work immediately. Had a steal that led directly to 1 basket. The next trip down gets another basket. He's had a hand on so many different plays in this game. Really has been a big difference for the Lakers after their slow start. Robert Horry played in that first quarter only 5 minutes, but he had 7 points and 3 rebounds. The Mavericks shot 56%. Well, they ended at 50%. The Lakers shot 45%. 3-point field goal. Look at that Dallas Mavericks team. 5 out of 7. The Lakers, nothing out of 5.
Kobe Bryant back on the floor, fouled for the 2nd time at the 6:01 mark of the first quarter, and has had to sit until just now with Kareem Rush, Tracy Murray off the performance on Wednesday night, getting some more playing time. Devin George also on with Robert Horry. Kobe in the air steal. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kobe guarding Nash. Got to be careful of that 3rd foul. He'll go right back to the bench. Nash fall away jump shot. No. Battle for the rebound between 2 Lakers, and it falls to Kareem Rush.
Well, there you see Kobe. I mean, he's got 2 fouls. He comes out and takes the most active player on their ball club defensively.
Kobe has yet to score. Tracy Murray, 11 points in 12 minutes in Utah on Wednesday night. Horry's got it. Outside to Rush, right side to Kobe. Kobe looks at the shot clock, guarded by Williams. Tough fall away jump shot is good by Kobe.
Tough is right, but he made that look easy. Walt Williams right there, but being right there with Kobe sometimes isn't good enough.
And after trailing most of the first quarter by as many as 10 points, the Lakers are now right there, trailing it 29-26. Nice crossover dribble by Nash. Finds Williams. Lakers run him off the 3-point line where he likes to make a living. Has made a very good one through the last decade or so. Crossover dribble. Nash gets in the lane. In traffic, blocked by the Lakers. Battle for the rebound. Robert Horry's got another. Got to be careful, Robert. Outlet pass deflected by Finley.
Well, Steve Nash, I don't know what that shot was, but he didn't get a whistle, so it looked kind of bad.
Horry outside to Murray. Oh, almost tried to drop it inside. Instead, Walt Williams makes a good defensive play. Nash gets in the lane once again, and Steve Nash, wow, almost playing out of control if you're asking me. Dallas only 1 for their last 8. Van Exel puts an end to that with what else? Another 3-point shot.
Well, mental mistake by the Lakers. They weren't even ready defensively, and Nick gets the open look.
34-30, Lakers trail it. George looking inside to Robert Horry. Murray comes outside. Murray's being guarded by Nash. Now Nash switches to Kobe. Entry pass. Nice pass by Tracy Murray into the corner to Kobe. 18-foot pull-up jump shot. No. Nowitzki with another rebound. Nowitzki likes to dribble the ball out of the backcourt. Will take it coast to coast if you let him. He worked it inside. They missed him on a backdoor cut. Van Exel gets down in the lane, kicks outside to Walt Williams. 19-footer on the left wing. 5 points back-to-back by Van Exel and Williams.
And just like that, they stretch it back to 6 again. Boy, they're a dangerous offensive team.
Now the Lakers with 8 turnovers, rush with it and almost make it 9 into the backcourt. Nash, nice brilliant play. What a play by Steve Nash. Deflected the pass, dove on the floor, tipped it with his left hand to Van Exel. And Van Exel, showing his legs are healthy, went up and threw it down.
That's just a great play by Steve Nash.
Horry with it, looking inside for Kobe, guarded by Raja Bell, held by Raja Bell. You may remember him from the Philadelphia 76ers team that lost to the Lakers in the NBA Finals 2 seasons ago.
Wow, 8 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half, and Steve Nash has the Mavericks back up by 8. Score, the Mavericks 38, the Lakers 30. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net. Lakers trailing the Mavericks 38-30 at the 8:28 mark of the second quarter. And this Dallas Mavericks team, they're known for their offense, but their defense has really been the difference this year. Last season, they averaged 101 or gave up 101 points. This year, they're giving up only 91. They ranked 28th with that 101. This year, they're at 10. Field goal percentage allowed, they gave up 45% shooting. Last year, they gave up, this year, giving up only 41. So the defense has been the story. The zone, that's really been the difference. The zone defense that Don Nelson has employed this year has really taken this team to a different level.
And Don Nelson did a very effective sales job, and it started even before training camp, talking to all of his key players, saying, if we want to challenge the Lakers, if we want to beat San Antonio and Sacramento, we've got all the offensive firepower we need. We've assembled that, but if we don't start working equally hard at the defensive end, then it's all just talk. And they have played exceptionally well, obviously, so far, starting the season at 17-1 as Steve Nash goes to the sideline.
Well, Shaq comes back into the game. That brings Sean Bradley into the game.
Devin George, Derek Fisher, Kobe Bryant, Robert Horry, and Shaq, all the starters except for Devin George back on the floor. Kobe Bryant stepped out of bounds on the sideline. Another turnover for the Lakers. That's their 9th.
Well, you push off with that foot sometimes. You reach back just to give yourself some acceleration, and when you do that, sometimes you're out of bounds, and out of bounds he was.
He was a long way out of bounds. That whole size 14 was over the sideline. Van Exel comes around to screen from Walt Williams, tries the 3, air ball there. Into the corner to Fisher, pull up 19-footer, a little bit long. Of Robert Horry, or Dirk Nowitzki ruled off Robert Horry, and the Dallas Mavericks will have it.
Robert tried to put his hand behind his back as if you don't see my hand, that means I didn't touch it.
Oh, Robert's got a bag of tricks, and we're never going to see it empty because he's got too many of them. Van Exel up top to Walt Williams. Here comes Nowitzki, pretty quiet so far. Did it go off his foot? No. Good strip by the Lakers, and the Mavericks will have it. 6:56 in the quarter, 9 on the shot clock.
Well, good thing they got a hand on it because Dirk had turned the corner. He was on his way, and there was either going to be a foul on Shaquille or a great defensive play by Shaquille.
How about this, dude? Dirk Nowitzki's only taken 1 shot so far in this game. Bradley, 19-footer, rattles in and out, and the Lakers have it. Here comes Kobe out of the backcourt. Kobe saddled with foul trouble.
Well, you talk about Dirk when all your point guards are taking all the shots aren't allowed to be had.
And the ball is dropped on the sideline. Oh, the Lakers turn that over again, stripped away from Shaquille O'Neal. The ruling is he touched it last. A dozen turnover. That's dreadful.
A dozen turnovers and yet only down by 8. They should be down by 28.
Van Exel out of the backcourt. He's going to get a screen from Bradley. Fisher gets picked off. Shaq comes out to help. Bradley, 18-footer, misses back-to-back shots. Finley inside for the rebound away from Kobe. Nowitzki, just his 2nd shot of the night, and both have been good. Both have been threes. He's got half a dozen.
Well, Phil Jackson wants to talk it over. He says, look, we've turned this thing over too many times, and we're not getting it done on the defensive end. We trail again by 11 with 6:15 to play in the first half. To score, the Mavericks 41, the Lakers 30. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net. Well, the Mavs on an 11-0 run to extend their lead now to 41-30. And the three-point shot has been the difference. They being the Mavs, 7 out of 10 from behind the arc. The Lakers are looking for their first one, so add it up. 7 threes, that's 21 points from behind the line. The Lakers looking for their first point, and the Dallas Mavericks showing why they are 17-1 and why they can put up 104 per game.
Shaquille O'Neal tried to counter what the Dallas Mavericks had been doing, Stu, from outside the arc. Got off to a pretty good start. Popeye Jones came in, took 3 quick fouls. Rafe LaFrentz started the game. He got 2 quick ones, and now Sean Bradley has come on, and Dallas showing some more zone defense. The Lakers will have it. 6:15 remaining. 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
Well, when you're nothing out of 6 from the 3-point line, you can stay in a zone because make them prove they're going to hit one.
And the Los Angeles Lakers obviously have not done that so far, particularly in the backcourt. Kobe Bryant and Derek Fisher combined 2 for 11. Shaq has got it, spins against Bradley, head fake, up and under, and Shaq will get back to the free throw line.
There's the difference, though, in the zone for a previous game that the Lakers played. They could do nothing on the interior. They got no inside presence. Now Shaq can give them some inside presence and still have some damage against that zone. Shaq going to the line where he is 4 out of 6.
Shaq, first free throw. Does he get a bounce off the top of the board? Almost fell through. 6:02 remaining. Lakers trail.
What they need to do is stop turning it over.
Yeah,
I mean, 12 turnovers already.
They average 15 on the year, and that's up from where they were last season. Bradley coming out to set a screen. Again, away from that, around Nowitzki. Nowitzki looking for pick and pop. Shaq fouls him. Shaq picks up his second personal, and Nowitzki will get to the free throw line.
Well, you know, against the Mavericks, you're almost better served to switch their pick and pop, because if they're going to get the mismatch, then you can double team and make them pitch it back out. But when they get the pick and pop or the pick and roll with that, they're going to either get fouled or get a wide open look.
So Shaq picks up his second personal foul. Nowitzki, who scores his first point from the free throw line, missed his first 2, is 2 for 2 from the floor. Both threes. He averages 22 points per game. Nowitzki, good again. Boy, does he have a beautiful, pure stroke from just about anywhere on the floor. The Lakers trail the Mavericks 43 to 31. 5:40 remaining in the half. Ori with it, left side.
Somehow they're going to have to get Fish and Kobe into the scoring column, you know, be effective ones to help Shaquille.
Well, leaving Derek Fisher all alone at the top right now. Fisher trying to make him pay. Missed that 3-point shot. Fisher now is 1 for 9. At the other end, Nowitzki's got it deep out of the corner. This is a 2, and he's still perfect from the floor at 3 for 3.
You can see this team is 17-1. They're playing with such confidence. I mean, they're just rearing up, knocking down shots. They do that consistently, but you can just see the swagger they have.
This is their style of play. Only lost once all season long. Rick Fox set to come back in. Devin George jump shot. No, Nowitzki with the rebound. The Lakers 1 and out, and it's pretty much jump shot time right now as they're collapsing on Shaquille.
But there's seams. You can dribble into the seams. You don't have to settle for jump shots.
That ball tipped away by Derek Fisher. Dallas will have it, and the Mavericks do on a 14-1 run.
Yeah, Lakers went on a little bit of a spurt, got to within 1 at 31 to 30, but since that time, it's been all Dallas.
The Los Angeles Lakers, and you mentioned it, Stu. I talked about the defensive end, but the turnovers have been absolutely abysmal. 12 for the Lakers to only 3 for Dallas. The Lakers have gone 5 minutes without a field goal. Kobe back on, guarding Van Exel. They were teammates for a period of time. Van Exel around the screen, 19-footer. Moving to his right is good.
Well, again, off the screens, they get it's like a pinball machine for guards when you play the Mavericks.
Shaw has it. Bryant now looking in the corner to Rick Fox. Shaq on the weak side. He's glued to Sean Bradley. Turns inside, lowers the shoulder, jump fake, tries to throw it up off glass. No, Bradley comes away with a rebound. Here comes Dallas. Van Exel wants it in the middle. Finley looking for a jump shot. Finds it. Long 3-point shot. No, Kobe's got another rebound. Kobe in the open floor, tries to get around Van Exel. Finds Shaq down inside. Shaq looking for some space. Grab from behind. Bradley's down. Shaq's going to the free throw line.
Oh, boy, again, Kobe getting into the seam this time, attacking Bradley, bringing him off of Shaquille. Shaq goes up, trying to go up at least, and there's Nick Van Exel to grab the arm of Shaquille, and Bradley trips and falls over his own player, Dirk Nowitzki's foot.
And Sean Bradley looked like he was launched out of the painted area as he came into a little bit of contact with Shaquille O'Neal. Again, shooting his free throws well, 7 of 10 on Wednesday night. So far tonight, He's got 12 points on 6 of 9 from the free throw line.
4 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the half. Lakers are trailing by 15. They've got to cut off 5 points to get a little bit of momentum to go in the halftime.
Shaq misses the free throw. Nowitzki lost the handle momentarily, throws it and saves it on the floor. Finley coming out of the backcourt. Finley, the only Dallas Maverick that's struggling. 1 of 9 from the floor.
They don't need him. They got everybody else knocking the bottom out.
It hardly goes noticed. Walt Williams kicks outside to Van Exel. Good fake to get rid of Shaw. Van Exel, 19-footer, no. Kobe's got another rebound. Kobe's been busy there trying to pick up the score. Kobe in the lane, jump pass, back outside to Ori, left side to Shaw. Shaq has got it, wants to operate, runs over Sean Bradley. Offensive foul is called. Shaq now has 3 personal fouls, 2 of them of the offensive variety.
Well, he won't get a chance this time, I don't believe, as Phil Jackson is sending in Samaki, and he's not going to take the wave off as Shaq picks up the third. Sean Bradley's there. Shaq goes to the middle. Sean Bradley goes down. You know, it's 7-6. It doesn't take a lot of contact to put Bradley down because he stays so erect. You know, he doesn't have a low center of gravity, and he doesn't really bend his knees. So any contact really knocks him off balance.
Bradley goes to the sideline. Van Exel and Nash. Steve Nash, who just returned, on the floor now, 11 points to go along with 4 assists. And the Dallas Mavericks with Samaki Walker coming on, seeing his first action since coming off the injured list. Hadn't played since Milwaukee on November 24th with a bad back. So both teams going small. Griffin turns inside, loses Samaki Walker. Little fall away jump shot, doesn't get a roll. Nice rebound by Robert Orr. Kobe's got it.
Now it's Kobe time. He's got to get up some shots. He's only taken 3 shots in the game.
Crossover dribble, gets into the lane, skip past to Shaw, and it's another Laker turnover. Wow.
Didn't think I'd see this
and then
many.
sloppier. 14 turnovers now, Stu, for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And you know, turnovers are going to happen, but when they're unforced turnovers, and a lot of the Laker turnovers tonight have really been unforced turnovers.
3 minutes just under remaining in the first half. Lakers trailing 47-32. Looked like a high dribble. Nash kept his hand on it. A no call. Tracy Murray on as well. With the rebound, Kobe, pull-up jump shot, double clutch. That one misses. Samaki Walker, offensive rebound, finds a wide open Rick Fox. Crowd wanted him to shoot a 3. Inside to Samaki Walker, taking it against Dirk Nowitzki. Nice play by Samaki Walker for the layup.
Very nice job. Rick Fox did, though, pass up a wide open look.
Lakers trail it by 13, just under 2:30 to play. Van Exel having a brilliant first half with 12 points to lead the Dallas Mavericks off the bench. Finley one-on-one, skips outside to Griffin, thought about the 3, now getting in the lane, attacks the basket, counts if it goes. He's fouled by Rick Fox.
There it is, help and recover. Drive, you have to help, then you have to try to recover. 2:17 to go in the half. The Lakers down 47-34. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
Back with Stu Lance and Bill McDonald. The Lakers trailed after the first quarter 29-24, and the Lakers, Stu, have managed only 10 points in this second period in the last 10 minutes.
Well, they've gone ice cold again. I mean, you're looking at a 42% shooting team at this point in the game, and you look at the backcourt of the Lakers. Kobe Bryant and Derek Fisher have combined to go 2 out of 13. Too much pressure being put on Shaquille to have to score every time down.
First free throw is good by Adrian Griffin, never drafted by an NBA franchise. Took the circuitous route from Seton Hall, played in Italy and then in the CBA, but especially as a defensive stopper has found a home in Dallas. Free throw is good. Lakers trail it 49-34, 2:15 remaining.
If you can become a defensive stopper, you can find a home just about any team.
Very reminiscent of the third period in Salt Lake City, Stu, and the Lakers made just 5 out of 25, and Utah blew that game open. Kobe away from Griffin, finds Tracy Murray. Tracy Murray looks to keep it going, and he does. That's a long 2-pointer out of the left corner.
Boy, he hasn't missed a shot in the last two games.
He's going to get some more playing time. He was 4 for 4 for 11 points on Wednesday night. Van Exel around the screen, open from outside the 3-point line, and he answers.
That's why I'm talking about going ahead and jump switching that. Make them want to come back to the mismatch, then you can double team that.
Van Exel already with 15. Walker wants it down inside against Medvedenko. Back to the basket, looking for cutters. Fox had it. Here comes Walker, little jump hook, no rebound taken by Griffin. Looking for Nash. Here come the Mavericks. Lakers trail at 52-36. Van Exel with a hot hand, one-on-one against Tracy Murray. Murray's backing off, tries to force him to the right side, now back into the middle. Outside to Nash for three, and they bookend a couple of triples.
They are raining threes on the Lakers. That's what, 9 in the ball game. 9 threes. That's 27 points.
And it's 9 out of 13, Stu. They are just shooting the lights out. Here's Murray looking to make it 6 in a row. No, that's his first miss in a game and a half. Here comes Van Exel quickly out of the backcourt. Nowitzki spots up for a long-range three. And of course it's good.
They're putting on an absolute shooting clinic.
Kobe tries to come back the other way. Now Rick Fox shoots the three. You're not going to beat them by trading threes. Here comes Finley at the other end. The foul is taken by Brian Shaw. Not hard enough. Count the basket. What a run right now by the Mavericks, who lead it 60-36. 3 straight threes. Van Exel, Nash, Nowitzki, now a possible three-point play.
Well, now he's in transition as Finley gets a traditional three, just a basket and one, and the Lakers have been outscored 29-6 since they were down 1, 31-30, and this Mavericks team showing 17-1 isn't a fluke.
Well, the Lakers went 7 minutes and 9 seconds between baskets. Samaki Walker got that near concession inside of Nowitzki as the three-point play is good by Finley. 30-6 is now the run over the last 9+ minutes. The Lakers trail at 61-36. Shot clock to 13. Tracy Murray drop pass to Kobe. He tries to attack, held from behind by Adrian Griffin.
A good foul by Adrian.
Yeah.
Kobe had a cleared side, nice little drop pass, so they're not in the bonus situation. So just give the Lakers 14 on the 24 and 24 seconds left on the game clock.
Dallas had a foul to give. That was their first in the last 2 minutes. Both teams now out of foul. Shaw's got it. Still 11 seconds on the shot clock. Comes to Samaki Walker. Shaw behind it. Nice move. Inside to Walker away from the defense. Promotes the layup. Boy, that was a nice pass by Brian Shaw.
Yeah, you got to dunk that one. You just have to go up and power it.
Van Exel out of the backcourt. Dallas looking to set the last play. Nowitzki backing down on Shaw. Backing down. Turns inside the basket. And the foul.
Well, I said when you work for the mismatch, then you can go ahead and double team. Well, they got the mismatch. Dirk Nowitzki being guarded by Brian Shaw, but they never went to give Brian any help. They just let Dirk back him in. Then finally a little drop step, go to the basket, get an and one. So, I mean, if you're making mental mistakes to compound your physical mistakes, you're going to find yourself down like the Lakers are.
And good recognition by the Dallas Mavericks. This team is showing its pedigree. They have been together long enough to understand those sorts of situations. And Steve Nash, Michael Finley, Dirk Nowitzki, and Nick Van Exel are stars in this league, and they have shown why they are, at least so far, this year's best team. As at the halftime, the Dallas Mavericks lead the Los Angeles Lakers 64-36. Back at Staples Center, the Los Angeles Lakers trailing the Dallas Mavericks 64-36. A look at the leading scores, of course, for the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, their only leading scorers are the Mavericks. Lakers don't have any. Mavericks leading scorer Dirk Nowitzki was silent for a while, ends at 16. Nick Van Exel 15 points in 17 minutes, and Steve Nash had 14. For the Lakers, well, Shaquille O'Neal led the way for the Lakers with 12 points. Robert Horry had 7, and Kobe Bryant only 2 points. You can't win against a team this good with Kobe only getting 2. The Mavericks shot 51%. The Lakers shot 38%. Three-point shooting, that was the story. 10 out of 14 by the Mavericks. The Lakers looking for their first. They've missed 8 in a row. Free throws about the Mavericks 14 out of 16. The Lakers have made 8 out of 15. Lakers obviously with a 7 rebound advantage. And turnovers, oh wow, 14 for the Lakers, only 3 for Dallas. Wow.
Boy, that is a novel and a story in and of itself. And maybe to put a period on this, at least momentarily, let's go down to Bill McDonald.
Thank you, Paul. You know, we've all been coming to Laker games for a long time. I'll tell you what, this is about as dismayed and as a disgruntled crowd as I've seen in many, many years. And I'll tell you what, talking to the Laker players, they're almost exactly the same way, feeling the same. Phil Jackson in the locker room and the coaches preaching one thing: don't give up. Also, Dallas, penetrate, kick, penetrate, dish, and then nobody challenging the shot. Way too many open, uncontested shots, especially coming from the perfect Dirk Nowitzki. We'll see if the Lakers can pin down their defense and shoot better than 40%. You would hope so in the second half. Back up to you.
Well, when you're playing against a team as confident as this offensive team is for the Mavericks, and then you're down by a whopping number of points, it makes it very difficult to dig yourself out the hole.
Well, it just doesn't seem very long ago, Stu, that the Lakers had climbed back within one thanks to the energy and brilliance of Robert Horry, among others. Nowitzki tries to stay perfect, misses his first shot of the night from 18 feet. Shaq with a rebound.
So let's see how long the Lakers go without trying to get other people involved and maybe not try to force it into Shaquille quite as much.
First touch into Shaq, outside to Kobe. Kobe gets down the lane, takes the runner. That's no good. Long rebound taken by Nowitzki. He kicks it ahead. Nash catches up with it. Nash on the right side, settling things down momentarily into the corner to Adrian Griffin. Griffin taking it against Fox. Gets wide open. The layup is good. Nice move by Griffin.
He goes in, comes to a nice 2-foot stop, lets the defense go by him, and then makes an easy move.
Lakers trail it by 30. Horry looking inside to Shaq, guarded by Bradley. The zone is down there to collapse on Shaq. Kobe tries to force baseline. No space there. Good play defensively by Nowitzki. Derek Fisher just 1 for 9 in the first half. Kobe only took 4 shots. He also made one. Derek Fisher, first shot of the second half is good. That's a three-pointer.
Well, that's something they've been missing for quite some time. Let's see if that can get their heads up, get their confidence up just a bit.
First 3 of the game, not only for Derek Fisher, but for the entire Lakers team. They're now 1 of 9. Bradley left wide open from 18 feet, misses that. Kobe's got the rebound.
That's why they started Rafe LaFrentz. They went pick and pop, and Bradley's not a popper.
Not much pop in his outside program. Kobe crossover dribble, has it stolen away. Nash is on the floor. Good play by the Dallas Mavericks. Here comes Finley out of the backcourt, looking for somebody to give it to. Nowitzki's a pretty good target. He gets inside, rejected by Kobe.
I mean, totally rejected.
Fox pulls it back outside. 10:05 to go in the third period. The Lakers, they have an Everest to climb. Fox down the middle, counts if it goes, it goes. The foul is on Adrian Griffin.
There's an example of some of those seams that are in the zone. If you just swing the ball a couple of times, you get that zone to shift. With great block by Kobe, seemingly hanging in the air, waiting for Dirk to shoot it. And then a pass to Rick Fox, slides in, gets the blocking foul on Adrian Griffin. He'll go to the line and see about making a three-point play.
Stu, question for you. The Lakers don't play much zone, hardly at all. Dallas plays it all the time. My point is, as Rick Fox makes the free throw, the Lakers aren't very good at practicing it themselves. Does that really hurt them in preparing for a team like Dallas?
You know, I really don't think so. I just think they have to learn how to get into the seams more. And they're there. They're basketball players. They should be able to do that.
Nash has got it around a big screen from Bradley. Goes baseline once again, looking for somebody. Oh, nice pass to Adrian Griffin in the lane. He gets the roll for his second basket of the third quarter.
Boy, Adrian was in the lane for quite some time.
Lakers trail it 68-42, just under 9:30 remaining in the third. Horry starts this second half inside to Shaq, cuts through the zone defense. Outside of Fisher, there's Horry on the baseline. Nowitzki closes out on him. Kobe with the ball fake, trying to find one of those seams we were talking about. Offensive foul on the hook. That's the third personal foul on Kobe Bryant. I'll tell you, Dallas does a pretty good job, if you do find a seam, Stu, of swarming to the ball, and Kobe unselfishly kicked the ball outside. Lakers trail it 68-45. 8:20 remaining. Bradley brings the ball right side. Finley, pull up, jump shot, that's off the mark. Michael Finley having a tough night, relatively speaking, 2 for 10 in the first half. He's only now 2 of 11 with that miss.
Well, Lakers down 68-45, 8:13 to go in the third quarter.
Well, what killed the Lakers, at least so far, was a stretch of 7:09 when they couldn't get a basket. Horry looking through the zone, finds Kobe. Kobe goes hard left side. Tough angle rejected by Nowitzki. Nowitzki quickly out of the backcourt, gives it up to Nash in the middle. Nice drop pass to Griffin. That's rejected by Robert Horry. Blocking foul called on Rick Fox.
Yeah, Rick Fox was under the basket that time, primary defender, and gets the call for the blocking foul. Kobe trying to turn the corner, and Dirk Nowitzki coming from the weak side, reaches up, gets the block, controls it, and then that sends it the other direction, and then the blocking foul on Rick Fox sends, yo, Adrian, go to the line if you can see. He just got poked in the eye, but he's at the line to shoot too.
Griffin having a nice night offensively, as are all the Dallas Mavericks, as he completes that free throw, the first of 2. He's in double figures. He only averages 4 points on the season.
looking to get their 70th point with 7:53 to go in the third.
Free throws both up and good, and the Lakers trail it 70-45, 7:50 remaining.
And because the Lakers don't really play a lot of zone or full court pressure, it's hard for them to fight back when you're down this much.
Robert Horry looking inside to Shaq. Shaq in the lane a long time. Griffin takes a smart foul. Shaq was going to throw that one down.
Boy, did a good job of taking that right foot and just trying to seal off Bradley after he received the pass, and Griffin reached in, hit him on the arm.
General manager Mitch Kupchak. Oh, that tells it all. A deep sigh by the Los Angeles Lakers current general manager. Shaquille O'Neal at the free throw line. That's up and good. Shaq continues to shoot free throws very efficiently. He's 7 for 11 so far on the evening.
3 out of 6 in the field for 13 points. But as I mentioned, the Lakers have to somehow get their defense to extend a little bit so that they can maybe get back into this
and create some turnovers as they possibly can. But as we showed you earlier and talked about earlier in the game, the Dallas Mavericks second best in the NBA in terms of fewest turnovers to only the Seattle Supersonics. Steve Nash, a tough shot off glass. Kobe's got yet another rebound. Kobe now with 6 boards. Kobe turns on the Jets, gets in the lane, over Sean Bradley, can't get it to stay down. And Kobe took a shot to the midsection, or a little bit lower, quite frankly, and he's lifted back. Dirk Nowitzki with another 3-point shot at the other end.
All of their players also so confident because they all basically have the green light. When you've got that green light, it makes shooting a lot easier.
Horry into the corner to Fisher. Again, the zone defense for Dallas. They started in a man-to-man. Shaq was getting off. They went out of it pretty quickly. Tipped away from behind. Nowitzki picks up the personal foul as Rick Fox went around it.
You know, you're taught when you go around a defender, you shorten your dribble or cross it over because they're going to reach from behind when they're beaten off the dribble and try to tap the ball. That time, Dirk really did a good job of reaching from behind. They called the foul on him. It looked pretty clean.
Fisher's got it inbound, 12 on the shot clock. Rick Fox wide open along the baseline, misses that little 8-footer. Nash has got it on the break. Numbers 3-on-2. Out to Griffin, tries to go on Fisher. Derek cuts him off. Kobe now guarding Nash. 15 on the shot clock. 6:30 to go in the third quarter. The Lakers trail it 73-46. Nash pull-up jumper, 3-pointer, no rebound taken by Fox.
Well, if you're going to get a miss every once in a while, you might have to get some opportunity shots.
Fox goes quickly at the other end. That goes in and out. Nowitzki out of the backcourt. The Lakers are back defensively.
And that was an opportunity shot that they just couldn't get to go down.
Finley pulls up from 3-point range. Shaq gets the rebound. Right now, both teams are just trading misses, and the crowd getting very uneasy. The Lakers having a difficult time scoring against this zone defense. Fox, Shaq's got it down inside. He'll put this one away. Counts if it goes in the foul.
I mean, there are 2 guys there, but it didn't make a difference as he does a great job of just backing in on Sean Bradley. Gets the basket and a chance for a 3-point play when we come back. It's a timeout. 5:53 to go in the third. The Lakers down 73-48. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net. Well, 73-48 Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki, the guy's special, leading all scorers with 19 points. And just anytime you see a 7-footer that can just rear up and knock down threes as fluently as he can, you know you've got something special. He's taken 9 shots. He's made 6, missed 3. I don't remember the 3 misses, that's for sure. I think he's perfect. I think they're just saying that he missed 3. But he's utilizing the whole court basically, but especially from behind the arc. 4 of his makes, all 4 of his makes from behind the arc. He's 4 for 4, 3-point land.
The most valuable player at the recently concluded World Championships as he led his German national team to the bronze medal, that tournament won by Yugoslavia. The Lakers trailed this game by only 5 after 1, 29-24, seemingly had survived a barrage, but that was only a prelude to what would happen in the second quarter when the Lakers were outscored 35-12. They trailed 64-36. That's 64 points, the more scored by any opponent in any half so far this year as Shaq goes to the line looking to complete the 3-point play.
They take Sean Bradley out, so the one weapon that the Lakers didn't really have to worry about from the perimeter goes out of the game. They bring in Rafe LaFrentz, so look out. They got Nick Van Exel back into the lineup along with Finley, Nash, and Dirk.
Shaq at the free throw line, completes the three-point play. Busy at the line tonight, Stu. 8 out of 13, but only a total of 16 points so far. Only taken 7 field goal attempts.
That's because he's been at the line so much.
Yep. Indeed, they're wrapping him up. They don't want to give Shaq any easy baskets. Finley tries to go baseline. Shaq cuts him off. Finley has that rim in and out. Fisher's got the rebound. Lakers out of the backcourt. Kobe's got it. Kobe looks for three. Nice look inside to Shaq, who's fouled again. Boy, that was a nice pass by Kobe Bryant.
Anytime you're fouled in the act of shooting and you do not convert the shot, it does not count as a shot attempt. Obviously, it would if he were to convert it. Kobe gets the pass from Derek, goes up for the three-pointer and says, "I see you, big fella." Shaquille catches it, gets fouled by Rafe LaFrentz. Back to the charity stripe.
Shaq good on the first of 2 free throws, and the Lakers have to deal not only with the trio of Nowitzki, Nash, and Finley, but also with the trio in the middle of Popeye Jones, who fouled Shaq 3 quick times. Also Sean Bradley, and now Rafe LaFrentz as Shaq makes 1 of 2.
Well, they get to pull to within 23 at the 5:23 mark of the third quarter.
Well, that's an improvement, Stu, and I do mean the Lakers got to finish this third quarter with a flourish if they can. Van Exel trying to say something about that. Misses. Horry knifes in for the rebound.
One of the few misses by Nick DeQuick as well.
Van Exel had 15 first-half points, and he still stands on that number. 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Fox thought about the 3. Dallas still in that zone defense, and the Lakers continue to have problems with it. Using a lot of shot clock. Nice pass inside of Fisher. Kobe found a seam.
Kobe is really doing a great job with visual over the top of the zone, seemingly from outside.
Lakers trail it 73 to 52. Nash up top. Fisher guarding Van Exel. Fisher turns. Van Exel comes in left side. Back to the basket. Turns. Cup all the way. Jump shot, and it goes. Wow.
That's Nick DeQuick. You got to like Nick DeQuick.
Oh, I love him as a player, and what a difficult shot. Coming back from early season knee surgery, he's fit right in and an incredible weapon for the Dallas Mavericks. Kobe touching twice, gathers himself with a 3-0. Nice play by Rick Fox on the offensive rebound. Fox open for 3 straight away, not close. Tipped up and in by Kobe. No, he misses that. Right to Shaq for the dunk.
Good job by both Rick Fox and Kobe to give the Lakers an extra attempt at getting a basket.
Lakers need about 10 straight stops against the team that is the best offensive team in the league in terms of points scored and field goal percentage. Van Exel wants it again. The play set to take Derek Fisher one-on-one. Is that an illegal screen? No, the foul is on Derek Fisher holding against Finley.
After the screen was set by Finley, they're saying that Derek used one of his arms to try to get through, to wrap around, and they called the hold. And if you're Derek Fisher, you're telling him, what else you expect me to do?
Second team foul on the Lakers. Nash trapped on the sideline. There's LaFrentz getting the ball to Finley. Head fake, left-handed dribble. Back outside to Nash. Only 3 on the shot clock. Nash getting in the lane. Wild runner left side. Just did graze the rim. The Lakers got to go. They've got the possession of the ball. Fox with it. Comes right side to Kobe Bryant. Looking inside to Shaq. Nowitzki is fronting him. There's the pass inside. They will mob him. Shaq drops the ball, asking for a foul. Back outside to Kobe. Bump. Kobe gets in the lane, and he'll shoot a pair of free throws.
Shaq is asking the official, did you not see him slap me across the arm? And the official is telling Shaq, you better get away. Shaq close to getting a team.
3:12 remaining. The Lakers trail it 75 to 54.
Well, Kobe throws the lob pass up to Shaquille and catches it, and they're on his back and everything, but the ball bounces right back to Fox and finally gets back to Kobe, who gets fouled, knocks down the first of 2.
Rafe LaFrentz, Stu, as you know, was getting ready to take a foul against Shaq. He was riding him on his back. He was going to wrap Shaq up if Shaquille was able to garner that pass. Kobe good on the free throw. Second is good as well. The Lakers inside of 20 points for the first time since the middle of the second period.
They still have a long hill to climb.
Nash into the corner to Van Exel. Now the Lakers showing some zone defense. A little turnaround is fair play against the Dallas Mavericks. The Lakers don't play it nearly as often. Outside to Finley for 3 is good.
And that's the problem. If you don't play it a lot, obviously your effectiveness isn't nearly as high as a team like Dallas, who plays it quite a bit.
Finley now with 8, having a very slow night offensively. He's the only member of the Dallas Mavericks in their road blue uniforms. You can talk about that. Kobe into the lane, cross crossover dribble, brilliant move for the basket off glass.
You see the seam he gets into again? I mean, the seams are there. You just have to find them.
Kobe on the mismatch now. Nowitzki's got him on his back. Horry had to switch out to Nash. So they double team. He had to get the ball. Almost stolen. Van Exel steps his feet. Jumper is good for another three.
And that's the problem, though. If you don't rotate in a hurry, the first rotation was good, but the second rotation was non-existent.
81-58, the Lakers trail it. Inside to Shaq, kicks it out of the double team. The Lakers looking to move the ball right side. Kobe looking for another one of those seams you've been talking about, Stu. Turns his back, gets in the air, kicks outside to Fisher for three. That's missed. Shaq with the offensive rebound. The little quick jump shot. No, LaFrenza's got the rebound. Quick shot attempt by Shaquille O'Neal. Probably could have gotten a much better one for either himself or his teammate. Van Exel spin move, bump away. What a play by Nick Van Exel. Away from Rick Fox and around Shaquille O'Neal.
Change of direction. You go, guy cuts you off. You're there for the drop step and the spin. Nice move by the quick.
83-58. Just like that, it goes from 19 back up to 25. Horry cuts in the lane, kicks it out right side to Rick Fox. This is a three for Fox, who answers.
Well, the Lakers are starting to heat up a little bit from that distance, but defensively, they still can't master this Dallas team.
The Dallas Mavericks currently do 13 of 19 from three-point range. The all-time opponent record in a game is 15. Nowitzki backing down, finds Finley. This is a three. Looks good, is good.
Putting on an absolute shooting clinic. Michael Finley now starting to heat up.
Fox has got it. Kobe now wants to go in, back it down on Van Exel. Finds Fisher right side. Around Nowitzki. Where's he going? He throws it off. The officials confer, and it's a turnover for the Lakers. Derek Fisher out of control without any vision.
But trying to get it to Shaquille, throws it off the foot. Mavericks lead at 86-61. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
Nick Van Exel having a superior night offensively, currently leading the Dallas Mavericks in scoring on 8 of 13 shooting with 22 points. Mentioned that the Dallas Mavericks, Stu, made 14 three-point shots. They're one away from tying an opponent record, which they set in this same building last year.
They are going to shatter that record.
Yeah.
Shatter it. They're shooting 70% from that distance tonight.
And the 14 three-point makes for the Dallas Mavericks is a season high for them. Van Exel with it. The Lakers continue to show some zone defense. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Van Exel an air ball. Williams out to Finley. 18-footer comes up way short. And who gets the rebound but Michael Finley? Steve Nash out up top directing traffic. Kobe comes to guard him. 17 on the shot clock. Game clock about 3 ticks behind. Nash goes hard left side. Kobe's got 3 personal fouls. Not a factor right now, certainly. Van Exel with it. Holds it in one hand. Van Exel having a big night. Pivots. Fall away jump shot. Sealing it. Not quite. Williams with the tip in. Wow.
Well, you give them 4 attempts, you're going to bite the bullet. And the Lakers bit the bullet.
Kobe coming out of the backcourt. Time winding down. 2 seconds left as he fouled. No, the ball goes to Rick Fox, and that'll do it for the third quarter.
Well, the Lakers had a little bit of a spurt in that quarter, but it was to go by the wayside as Nick Van Exel played 23 minutes. He's got 22 points. 88-61. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
Back at Staples Center before a sellout crowd. It has been all the Dallas Mavericks so far. Paul Sunderland joined by Stu Lance and Bill McDonald. It was 64-36 at the half. A little bit of a run by the Lakers, but they were only able to cut into the lead momentarily. The Mavericks lead it now 88-61.
Well, the Lakers come out with Shaquille in the middle, of course, and Kobe Bryant, Brian Shaw, Devin George, and Tracy Murray. And the Mavericks still have all those weapons out there as well, with Nick Van Exel leading the way. I mean, he is really putting on a show tonight.
Well, a long streak is going to come to an end, Stu. The Los Angeles Lakers have not lost to the Dallas Mavericks since December 12th, 1990 in Los Angeles. Unless we're in store for a major miracle, that second longest streak head-to-head is going to come to an end. Tracy Murray misses out of the corner. Nick Van Exel takes the rebound.
they missed. The Mavericks haven't given up many offensive rebounds tonight when they're in the zone.
Well, the Dallas Mavericks are playing like they are clearly the best team in the NBA. No question about it. Steve Nash with a mix. Here comes Brian Shaw out of the backcourt. Comes to Murray, quickly to Kobe Bryant. Kobe's had a quiet night offensively. This zone has slowed him, but it slowed everybody wearing a Laker uniform. Devin George kicks outside. Now Shaq has got it. 6 on the shot clock. Nice pass to Shaw for 3, and he's got it for the triple.
Nice rotation of the ball that time. They swung it all the way around and pitched it inside, and Shaq gave it to Brian Shaw.
88-64, the Lakers trailing it. Nash comes left side, gets a screen from LaFrance. Nash still along the baseline, looking for somebody who's open. Nash has got it back from Finley. Nash into the lane, the running left-hander. What a nice shot by Steve Nash, who ends up on the floor and thought he was fouled.
Boy, he's tough.
What a superior player. Just a superb player. Kobe down the lane. He gets that one to roll. I'll tell you, you can make an argument that Steve Nash is the best point guard in the NBA right now. I'm not sure anybody's playing any better.
He's playing exceptionally well. There's no question about it.
Gary Payton still among the elite point guards to go along, of course, with Jason Kidd. Nash comes right side around another screen. Will he pull up? No. Outside to Rafe LaFrance for 3. That comes up short. High for the rebound is Devin George.
Rafe LaFrance, that is really his shot.
And he was wide open inside, and Shaq is wrapped up once again. They're just going to not let Shaquille get to the basket so far in this game. On the floor in the fourth quarter for the Los Angeles Lakers, it's Shaq, Kobe, Devin George, Tracy Murray, and Brian Shaw. For the Dallas Mavericks, they've got weapons 1 through 12. Michael Finley, Steve Nash, Rafe LaFrance, Nick Van Exel, who's been fantastic, along with Walt Williams. All very good perimeter players. Shaquille O'Neal, good on the free throw. He's now 10 of 16 so far on the evening.
Well, you could see that the hack-a-shack is in effect with Don Nelson. He has told his players from the outset that if he catches it down there, grab him. Make sure you foul it. But he's making free throws.
And Shaq needs a roll there. Doesn't. He's been making 1 out of 2 his last several trips to the line. 10 of 17 so far on the evening. Nash out of the backcourt. Are the Lakers still showing some zone? Yes. Nash into the air outside to Finley. Quickly for 3. Not close. Walt Williams was there for the offensive rebound. Shaq thought better. Here come the Lakers. Devin George at the other end lays it in. Nice pass from Kobe Bryant.
Well, one of the few opportunities for the Lakers in transition where they actually took advantage of it.
Lakers showing some three-quarter court pressure. Nash breaks that handily, gives to Finley left side. Finley still having a slow night offensively, only 4 of 17. Nash away from Shaw all the way to the basket. Layup is good.
Well, again, the seam was wide that time, and it doesn't have to be wide for Nash to get through. He just waltzed to the basket.
Lakers trailing at 92-69. Kobe down the lane. He is fouled and will earn a couple of free throws.
I think they got him before he got got him before the yak. That last basket by Nash, I tell you, just waltzed to the basket and nobody there. Lays it up, nice and soft.
Brian Shaw looked for a nanosecond over his left shoulder for a screen, wasn't there, and he was gone, just like Shaq is gone to the basket here, running over Rafe LaFrance for his 6th basket on 10 shots.
Well, that was a quick release by Shaquille. He says, you're not going to be able to grab me on this one.
Van Exel has got it down in the corner. Shaw guarding him. Back up top to Nash. Van Exel holding it in one hand. He really helped to key that big run in the second quarter that blew this game open. Williams getting into the lane. Here comes Finley. Finley pushes off. Good stop by the Lakers. Williams comes up well short. Tracy Murray with the rebound.
Out in transition. Little opportunity shot. Kobe holds it up.
Kobe turns on the Jets, wants to get to the basket, throws it up over his head. The foul will be on Rafe LaFrance, and this time Kobe will get to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
8 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the fourth. The Lakers are down 92-71. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
No turnovers since the first quarter, Stu, is really unbelievable because Dallas has not slowed the pace one iota. They've continued to attack. They have played their style of basketball. And boy, are they a red-hot team right now.
So the ball stays in the hands of Steve Nash primarily the majority of the time. So for him to only have 1 turnover 2 turnovers in 34 minutes, the way he pushes it, the way he gets into the middle and tries things, that's pretty good.
Well, you've said it many times how good a ball handler he is. It almost appears that the ball, whether right or left hand, is just attached, and it just goes along with him.
It is attached.
We got to check that one out.
You haven't seen the string?
I can't see it from here.
It's pretty nice looking invisible, but it's attached to his palm. It's a great job by Steve Nash of being able to go both directions. Not the quickest guy in the world, not the fastest, but boy, can he get it done with the ball.
Kobe Bryant good on both free throws. Van Exel will take over the point guard duties with Nash over on the sideline. Finley, here's LaFrentz. Shaq doesn't want to come out on him. Walt Williams breaks away from Tracy Murray. Williams misses that. Shaq's got the rebound. Kobe out of the backcourt. The Lakers trailing it by 19. 8:15 remaining. Kobe crossover dribble, finds a seam, finds Shaq. Layup is good.
Well, that's going to bring Don Nelson off the bench. Yeah, and he says, Sean Bradley, get in the game. Get ready for friends. He's letting Shaq score too easy.
11-2 run by the Lakers. Shaw looking for some help around the screen. Murray now picks up Van Exel. Van Exel on the dribble, threatens down inside, step back, fall away, jump shot. That's not close. The Mavericks have gone cold.
Yeah, they missed, what, 3 in a row? That's freezing for them.
Yep. Well, you can see Don Nelson putting on his parka over there. It even hit him, the wind chill. Outside to Murray. Murray away from Williams. Counts if it goes, didn't go. Will it be 2 or 3 free throws? We'll have to check that out.
I think he stepped on the line when he tried to step in and get that contact from Walt Williams.
Yeah, Joey Crawford is signaling only 2 free throws.
But when you can shoot the ball like Tracy Murray and others, you always have players rushing on you, rushing at you on the reception. So sometimes just a little ball fake is enough to free you.
Tracy Murray, an 80% free throw shooter so far on the year, but as you can imagine, with a lot of DNPs, he hadn't been there much.
Well, he was behind the 3 when he caught it, but to get the contact, he moves in, gets the contact, but well inside the arc.
Second free throw by Tracy Murray, again coming off an excellent game up in Utah the other night. Both free throws are good. Lakers trail it 92-77. Stranger things have happened. Have they, Stu? Has anything stranger happened?
You see Nick just now turned it over. That was strange.
Yep.
That's only their first turnover we were talking about since the first quarter.
Kobe out of the backcourt. Murray moves down into the left corner. Starting to find some cracks in. Oh! Kobe Bryant slam dunk. There's a seam in the zone for you. And Don Nelson is irate on the sideline.
Used to be a time when Don Nelson didn't even really care about the defense.
Van Exel looks for Bradley. Bradley drops the ball out of bounds. Another turnover. Here come the Lakers. They trail it by 13.
And they stop the action to get Steve Nash in the game. Steve Nash coming in for Walt Williams. 7:05 to go in the fourth. Lakers making a little bit of a charge here, down by 13, 92-79. A basket here, especially a 3, would really get this crowd involved.
The Lakers trailed it by 27 going into the fourth and final period. Maybe set up playing for Murray. Out to Devin George. The 3 is good. The Lakers trail by, it's 92-82.
Trail by 10 with 6:52 to play. The crowd is reminiscent of some years ago, a couple of years ago, and then last year when they made the big comeback. Can they do it again? Kobe Bryant trying to get him started, taking Finley off the dribble, going in and says, "Here I come." Then Devin George says, "We need a 3. I'll get it for you." The Lakers trail it 92-82. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net. 92-82, the Mavericks leading the Lakers. 6:52 to go in the fourth quarter. And Kobe Bryant, well, he said, "Guys, don't give up on us yet. I still got some hot." Goes to the basket with the throw down. Then on the next possession, it's Devin George with the 3. And that brings the Lakers to within 10. Forces a timeout by Don Nelson and the Dallas Mavericks.
Owner Jerry Buss for the Los Angeles Lakers on the left side of your screen. Mark Cuban on the right. Mark Cuban looks a little more subdued than he was probably half an hour ago when his Mavericks team was up by as many as 30. The biggest lead was exactly that, 66-36, 11:20 of the third. Nash just on the floor for Don Nelson, bringing the ball out of the backcourt, harassed by Brian Shaw. Boy, listen to the crowd screaming for defense. George now on Nash, 10 on the shot clock. Big possession. Nash through his legs, loses Devin George with the up fake, comes down the middle.
Foul was on Devin.
Yep, hand check on Devin George on the perimeter.
That's only the second foul, I believe, on the Lakers. Or first foul. Really.
First foul in the period, Stu.
First foul. 6:33 to play. Steve Nash is on his way, though, to getting a foul maybe called on Shaquille.
Yeah, Dallas is already out of fouls in the period. Nash with it right side, now picked up by Kobe. Finley has got Murray. Finley stutter step, fall back, 18-foot jump shot, no. Rebound taken by Brian Shaw. The Lakers a chance to get it into single digits. The crowd on their feet. Murray for three, comes up a little bit short. Wow, that was a big shot.
Yeah, that one really would have had them on their feet.
Would have had him through the roof. Nowitzki has got Shaw. Shaq comes over to double team. Nowitzki throws the ball into the fifth row. I tell you, Dallas, I wouldn't have believed it 20 minutes ago, Stu, but they're coming apart at the seams.
Well, Mr. Momentum left them, and all of a sudden they're playing with only 5 people. The sixth man now is with the Lakers.
Shaw comes left side. Murray cuts through. Devin George thought about going back door. Dallas is playing man-to-man after so much success with his own. Kobe backing down inside. Turnaround jump shot is good.
And the Lakers are within single digits. It's an 8-point game. 5:44 to left.
Van Exel just barely out of the backcourt. Remember, only 8 seconds. Bradley's got it, looking inside to Finley, going to Finley a lot. He's made only 4 of 18. Bradley misses the dunk. The foul is called on a protesting Devin George.
That looked like a pretty good play by Devin George. It just looked like that he surprised Bradley with the ups, and Bradley was up in there, but there was Devin to hit the ball. That was a very nice-looking play on the weak side help from Devin George. But that'll send Sean Bradley to the free throw line to shoot 2 with his team up by 8.
Bradley with the score in the game. His first free throw attempt is perfect, and on the year, an excellent free throw shooter at 80%. Lakers trail at 93-84. 5:32 remaining. Bradley, free throw is good once again. Murray, Shaw, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, and Devin George on the floor right now for the Los Angeles Lakers. Shaw looking inside to Shaq. Shaq looking for cutters. Shaw wants to go back inside. Kobe signaling to Shaq he wants a screen. There's the screen. Shaq rolls. Kobe getting around. Bradley looking for Shaq. There's the contact. And Dallas is out of fouls, so Kobe's going to go to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Again, a little bit of pick and roll by the Lakers. Gets Kobe into the middle, and Dirk Nowitzki was, I don't know where he was. He was almost looked like he was first trying to get out of the way. Then he reached in and picked up the foul on Kobe. Kobe to shoot 2.
So far, Kobe at the free throw line, a perfect 4 of 4 after going 7 for 7 at Utah on Wednesday night. Kobe.
And with 5:13 to play, the big shot maker from the Lakers about to enter the game, and that big shot maker, Robert Horry.
Tracy Murray goes to the sideline, played good basketball. Played well on Wednesday, played again here, 14 minutes, 4 points. Boy, that was a big 3 that came up just a little bit short, Stu.
Yeah, very, very big 3. The crowd would still be in the air.
Kobe good on both free throws. 5:13 remaining. The Lakers trail it 94-86. Nash out of the backcourt. You can bet he's going to have the ball in his hands an awful lot. Wants to go screen and roll with Nowitzki. Nowitzki's available. Horry trying to get back to him. Nowitzki attacks and is fouled from behind by Robert Horry. Kobe protesting, thought the foul was on him, but it was clearly on Robert Horry.
There's Dirk. You talked about the ball being in the hands of Steve Nash. It is. He's going to be the guy that sets the table with pick and rolls. And Dirk Nowitzki goes to the basket. Robert Horry hits him right upside the head. No question about the foul. Dirk to shoot 2.
Has made 3 straight free throws after missing his first 2 way back in the first quarter. That free throw is perfect by Nowitzki. Bradley, just moments ago, made 2 free throws. The Lakers now trail it 95-86. Dallas trying to get it back up to double digits. 4:59 remaining.
Yeah, but the Lakers now are in a position where stops are becoming an absolute must, because Dallas, figuring with a 10-point lead, they can trade for 5 minutes.
Both free throws good by Nowitzki. He has got 21. The Lakers do trail it once again by 10. Kobe around the screen from Devin George. Dallas back in their zone defense. Shaq right under the basket. The pass tipped away. A Laker turnover. Finley has got it.
I mean, many turnovers in the second half by the Lakers, but that one is big.
Yeah, that was huge because Shaq had great position. Would have at least gotten a couple of free throws out of that. The crowd still chanting defense. Nash still with the ball in his hand. Still has got it between his legs. Pull up jump shot. High archer over Robert Horry. No. Robert's got the rebound. Kobe wants it to come out quickly on the break. Kobe around Nash, still has the basketball, pulls it back outside. 15 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to score, need to go quick. Horry down the middle. Outside to Kobe for three. Get it!
Boy, the Lakers, Robert Horry with a great release after the pass came from Shaquille back to Kobe.
The Lakers trail it 96 to 89. Van Exel now with it. Nash on the right side. Van Exel's going to back down. Dallas wants to manage the clock. Away from a screen. Outside to Nowitzki. Pull-up jump shot. 19-footer wins out. Kobe's got the rebound.
But Dirk rushed that shot. He had all the time in the world.
Kobe around the screen. 18-footer. Attacks the basket. The layup is good. The Lakers trail at 96-91.
Boy, Mr. Momentum. Now the Lakers now have the Dallas Mavericks thinking about their own offense.
Dallas maybe thinking about a timeout. Here comes Nash down the lane. Shaq came over to get a piece. Here come the Lakers. The Lakers can cut it to three. Kobe down the lane, kicks outside to Shaw. Settles things down. Still plenty of time left. Horry looking inside to Shaq. Shaq wants to go, gets in the lane. Attacks the basket. Counted as a foul.
What a play by the big guy. Off the dribble. He says, Sean Bradley, move your feet one time if you can. And Don Nelson says, Sean Bradley, wrap him up if you can. Nice first step by the big fella. Gets the basket and one. He's at the line to see if he can bring the Lakers to within two.
The Lakers have outscored the Dallas Mavericks to 32 to 8 in this fourth and final period. And Shaq trying to add to that total. The free throw. Does he get a bounce?
No, he gets another
lane violation.
Bradley was in the lane twice. Twice. I mean, when you go in the first time and then you get out, stay out. The big fella said, I'm sorry, coach. My momentum, I'm top heavy. My head was a little too big. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the game, and the Lakers trailing only 96 to 93. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net. So you talk about Kobe Bryant here in the fourth quarter. He has really gone to work. He's been setting the table for others, but then really saying, look, I've got to get going and get going. He's been doing, and he's just blistering the Dallas Mavericks, and the Lakers trail by 3, and there'll be a free throw coming to Shaquille O'Neal. Wants to see if he can complete the three-point play and see if he also can bring the Lakers to within 2. In the first half, Kobe 2 points. Second half, 19. I said he had to get more than 4 shots. He took 4 in the first half, 12 here in the second half. And the Lakers, along with Kobe and Shaquille and everybody else that's played here in the second half, really doing more about making this a Laker win.
A game of runs. How about a game of avalanches? Look at the first quarter, pretty competitive. Second, all Dallas. Even in the third, the fourth, all the Los Angeles Lakers as Shaq goes back to the line, trying to cut in to this 3-point deficit. 3:08 remaining. The Lakers trailing the Mavericks 96-93.
And the Mavericks go small. They figure, look, they've got the momentum. We've got to do something offensively, so they're going to run pick and roll, pick and pop with Dirk.
Shaq, does he get the bounce? No, misses the free throw in spite of the 2 chances. Lakers better get back. Nash has got it. They were trying to trap Walt Williams in the backcourt. Just under 3 minutes to play. Nowitzki guarded by Shaq. Shaq cuts him off. Shaq doing a good job defensively. Staying in front of him, but he commits the foul. Boy, Shaq was really moving his feet effectively.
Yeah, moving his feet, doing a pretty good job, too. The big fella accepts those kind of challenges. He really does. Dirk tried to take him left. Says, oops, I better come back to my right. Shaq says, yeah, you better. But then gets contact. Gets called for the hand check. Foul.
The Lakers are out of fouls, joining the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks' last field goal was at the 9:25 mark. Here's Nash into the lane. Comes back outside. Talk about a challenge now. Shaq on him, goes right around Shaq. The teardrop through the night. What a make by Steve Nash.
That was a beautiful shot. Very difficult to do.
2:30 remaining. The Lakers trail 98-93. The crowd coming to its feet. Kobe driving right side. Gets up and under. Left-handed reverse layup is good.
Oh, my goodness. How did he find the basket on that play?
Brian Shaw, the challenger, guarding Steve Nash. The veteran Shaw against Nash in his prime. Pick and pop. Shaq's guarding Walt Williams. Here's Nash once again. 9 on the shot clock. Nash around. Hit by Shaq, knocked to the floor by Shaquille O'Neal. Nash will get to the line to shoot a pair.
Until you can get the ball out of Steve Nash's hands, though, you're going to have difficulties with the pick and roll, the pick and pop. He just goes back and forth. The first time he attacked it, he didn't like it. So he pulled it out and went at it again. And this one, the play before, though, with the teardrop shot where Kobe comes over to block it, just elevates it high over Kobe's hands and right down through.
Free throw is good by Steve Nash. The Lakers certainly back in contact, checking back through the record books. The largest halftime deficit the Lakers have ever overcome to win a game was 25 points back in 1979 at Chicago. They trailed that by 25. They trailed by 28 tonight. Both free throws are good. The Lakers trailed at one time by 30 points in this basketball game, 66-36. Shaw's got it around the screen, looking for Kobe right side, guarded by Van Exel. Kobe attacking the basket, concession layup almost. 1:50 remaining, the Lakers trail again by 3.
Well, again, they've got to get the ball out of Steve Nash's hands, not via the shot.
And look who's guarding it. Kobe guarding it, Nash all the way to the basket. Shaq came over to block it. Robert Horry's got it. Kobe's got 19 points in the fourth quarter, looking to add to that. Brian Shaw for 3. Yeah!
There's Brian Shaw! Brian Shaw! Mr. Dependable, and we've got a 1-minute and 28-second ball game because it's all knotted at 100. This Laker team has had, are they going to add the Dallas Mavericks to their list of victims in the fourth quarter of late? The Portland Trailblazers a couple of years ago, the Sacramento Kings last year, and could it be Dallas this year? Well, Brian Shaw says if I got anything to do about it, it will. 100-100. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
Nash has got it, looking to get down the lane. Nowitzki drives in, far away jump shot, off the mark. The Lakers with a chance to take the lead. No question about the foul. Walt Williams knocks Robert Horry to the floor. Robert Horry's going to shoot a pair of free throws.
Yeah, and Robert's going to the line if he gets up, and not having a good free throw shooting night for Robert for sure. 1 out of 4, but 2 big ones coming. Dirk Nowitzki trying to force a shot on Kobe, comes up short. Then on the rebound attempt, Walt Williams runs into Robert Horry, commits to foul, and Robert, after he gets up and dusts himself off, walks down the other end and says, "Give me the ball, ref. Let me knock down a free throw or 2." The
Los Angeles Lakers have never led in this basketball game. 1:18 remaining. Horry to shoot 2 free throws. First free throw in the air. Does he get a bounce? No, off the back iron.
He's been long on all of his shots tonight, every one. And sometimes when you feel yourself like that, as Shaq goes out, and that's a good substitution because Shaq has 5 fouls. They're running pick and roll with Shaq, so it's going to be an offense to defense situation with Shaquille, if possible, from the coaching staff.
Again, another chance for Robert Horry to give the Lakers their first lead. Free throw is good, and the Lakers miraculously lead this basketball game. Nash out of the backcourt. Brian Shaw's doing the best job he possibly can on Nash. Both teams have gone very small. Williams comes over to set a screen. Fox. And that's for 3.
Wow. I told you there's the big basket by a big shot maker. Nick the Quick. That guy does not hesitate. He caught that one. He was a good foot behind the line and said, "Here it comes," and here it comes, it did. And that gives the Mavericks a 103-101 lead. Woo! You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
The The Lakers trailing the Dallas Mavericks after that three-point make by Nick Van Exel, 103-101. A minute and 4 seconds remaining, Stu.
Well, the Mavs, 23 straight road losses to the Lakers. Last time they won in Los Angeles back in December of 1990, and it took them overtime to do that. And last win in regulation back in 1988. But that last basket by Nick the Quick, I mean, long and quick. He caught it and he shot it so fast that could have been obviously either a game winner or a game loser, because if he misses that one, the Lakers can go down and pad their own one-point lead. Now you see the Mavericks going to come out of this huddle, and you know what Don Nelson is going to do. He's going to say, we're out of timeouts, full timeouts. We do have 120. Lakers have one of each. If they throw the ball inside to Shaquille, let's play percentages. He's made, from the charity stripe tonight, 10 out of 18. Put him on the line as fast as you can, but you do it fast because Shaq is so strong, he'll catch it and take it up and maybe get an and one.
If he gets an angle, you know that he'll get to the basket as fast as he possibly can. Horry, Shaw, Devin George, Kobe Bryant, who's been spectacular in this fourth and final period, along with Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, fourth quarter shooting by Kobe, 7 out of 7 after going 2 out of 11 in the first 3 quarters, scoring 19 of his 25 here in the fourth.
Lakers are shooting 88%, Stu, in the period, 14 of 16. Shaw to inbound, Rafe LaFrentz. Shaq's got the lane right down the middle. Left side to Robert Orr. Shaq wants it down in the low post. Shaw, this is a 2-19. He's good. We're tied.
He is absolutely, he and Robert Horry are remarkable.
This has been the most remarkable comeback that I've ever seen. Nash around the screen, pull up 18-foot jump shot. Does he get a bounce? No. LaFrentz has got the rebound.
Wow.
A foul is
They
called
called a
on.
jump.
Wow. That's a huge
He
call.
overruled it. The jump ball should not overrule a foul, but they're going to overrule it.
Wow, a big call. One official had a foul over the top of Devin George on Rafe LaFrentz. Another official had the jump ball first.
Well, easy shot for Nash there. He misses it, and then over the top, they create a jump ball, and Don Nelson really letting one of the officials have an earful, and we'll have a jump with Rafe LaFrentz and also Devin George.
Both coming off ankle injuries. Devin George doesn't jump. LaFrentz controls the jump ball easily. 40 seconds to play.
Have to be ready to jump. He wasn't ready.
Nash around the screen. Tied at 103. Nash with it. Kobe's got him. Nash spins. Look at Nash turned it over. Wow. The Lakers have it. Tied at 103.
And
Kobe
they have
with
to
the
shoot.
ball.
They can't take the last shot, but they can get all but about 4 of them.
Game clock down to 9. Shot clock 5 ticks behind. Kobe spins in the air. It's good!
Kobe Bryant off the dribble, showing them what it's all about. The Lakers take a 2-point lead. You've got 8.4 to play. What a ball game this has been in the second half. First half wasn't too good for the Lakers. Second half, not too good for the Mavericks. But we've got 8.4 seconds. Kobe says, Nick, I used to do this to you in practice. Now I'm doing it to you in the game. The leader, the basket, and the Lakers go up by 2. 105-103. You're watching the world champion Lakers on Fox Sports Net.
The Los Angeles Lakers leading this game 105-103. 8.4 seconds remaining.
And the Lakers have a lineup that basically can switch everything. You do not want to give up a 3-point shot. Worst case scenario, go to OT. But do not give this team a 3-point shot. So that means, Nick, you better stay attached to somebody.
Shaq on the sideline so that the Lakers can switch everything. Nash has got it. Here comes the screen. Nash into the lane. He falls down. Outside to Finley. For 3. Misses it. Devin George with the rebound, and the Lakers win!
What a comeback! Can you believe this? They've added the Dallas Mavericks to the list of victims here at Staples.
We're going to check the record books, but if this isn't the greatest comeback in the history of Los Angeles Lakers basketball, it's got to be awfully close. Kobe Bryant with the game winner.
Well, Kobe Bryant deserved the game winner. He had himself a remarkable fourth quarter, but it was all of the Lakers. Devin George Brian Shaw, everybody.
Wow! Wow! The Los Angeles Lakers trailed this by 30, and they come back to win. Once again, the final score, the Los Angeles Lakers 105, the Dallas Mavericks 103.